Welcome to this free training where I'm breaking down exactly what to focus on inside your online business to scale it to consistent six figures. So if you know that you're ready for 2025 to be your first six-figure year, you want to turn up the dial, make more money than you've ever made before, work with the most amazing clients, have the time of your life, do all of those sort of things, then this is the training for you. Now, to show you just how juicy this gets to be and how quickly your life gets to change, last year at the beginning of 2023, January 2023, I made $27 all month. I made exactly one sale on a new membership I launched that I then ended up retiring a couple of months later. I made one sale, had a $27 month. 11 months later, in November, we officially crossed six figures for that year. In December, I had a $20,000 month, so we jumped from $27,000 to $20,000 month within the span of a year, and now we just finished November as a $30,000 month, another six-figure year in 2024. So no matter where you are inside your business, and this is what I'm trying to say, no matter where you are inside your business, you can watch this training and you can completely turn your business around and your life around within the next couple of months. So let's look at what you actually need to focus on. Now, before we get into the juicy bits and pieces of this training and of like which areas to focus on inside your business, first of all, you can win a 30-minute one-on-one call with me where we do a deep dive into your business. We map out your six-figure plan. All you have to do is grab your phone, take a photo of this training, post it to your stories, tell me how excited you are to watch this freaking training, make sure you tag me. That's all you need to do, okay? It's not a giveaway. You automatically win. All you need to do, take a photo, post it to your stories, tag me, celebrate a little bit because you're making your six-figure moves and that's so freaking exciting, and you automatically get your six-figure year planning one-on-one call with me. Now, before we dive into the actual strategies and the training side behind this, what I really want to focus on is that this training is not just about hitting a certain number or business goal inside your business, right? Because ultimately, yeah, 100K years sounds really great, but overall, most of the time we don't really know what to do with that number. Like, it would be nice, and it's like, yeah, I don't have to worry about finances, but overall, that number specifically doesn't mean that much to you. And you and I both know that, okay? You and I both know that life for you won't necessarily change once you hit your income goal or six figures. Now, what I mean by this is that financially it might change. You might have more freedom. You might be able to buy more things. You might be able to spend more time with your kids or travel more or do whatever it is that you're dreaming of. And that's fabulous. But overall, you are not going to hit that goal and then you're going to be like, amazing, I'm done. This is it. This is it for me. I achieved everything I wanted to achieve and now I'm ready to go. Right? You are inside your business because you know you're meant to change the world with the work that you do. You know that you're meant to live a life that's so freaking big where it's just you constantly growing in the most positive and free and empowering way. You get to live every single moment in like full presence. You wake up with a fire in your freaking soul, so excited for every single day. And you show up and take action every single day because you and your clients are living and breathing proof of just how much life actually gets to be, how big it gets to be, how beautiful it gets to be, no matter what industry you're in. Literally doesn't matter. You and your clients are living proof of how much exactly is possible, how much change, how much growth, how much fun, how much energy, how much confidence, whatever it is. And that is why you show up every single day, right? And as a result of that, now you're at the point in your business where you're ready to drop brand new offers and immediately have dream clients asking for the link to join. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't want to put in the work, but because you're so convinced and you're so convicted in the work that you do. You're like, this is amazing. I could literally change people's lives. Like, coaching is what I'm meant to do. Everybody needs to join right away. You're ready to make 5 and multi-5-figure months your new normal so that you have that freedom to experience life without having to check your bank account, without having to say no to certain things because they're too expensive, without having to do everything by yourself and not being able to hire team members because you can't afford it. You see yourself running those like international sold out retreats. You want to have a community of women from like hundreds of people from all around the world plugging into your free coaching calls, your masterclasses, your containers. Everyone has their camera on. Everyone's like, the group chat is blowing up. Everybody's having the time of their life. That's what you're really here for. That's what excites you. One of the things, the most common conversations I have with all of my clients is like, they all say, I knew I was meant for this because every time I jump off a coaching call, no matter how bad my day is, every time I jump off a coaching call, I'm so obsessed with what I do. I love working with clients. I know it's the right thing for me. And I know that it's the same for you. And now you're ready to see the results, right? You're ready to live the life of your dreams, work with the most amazing women, and change lives. That's why you run your business. And now you want to see the results, the big, beautiful results. So inside this training, we're going into the nitty-gritty of how to build your business so that it holds and supports that big vision for your clients, for yourself, and for your life. So that, in short, you actually turn that into a reality. And when you know how to do that, making 6 figures and beyond that will be a byproduct to everything else. Because you're changing, you're growing, and your life is getting so freaking big, and you're becoming magnetic to the money. You don't have to believe in like manifestation and any of those sort of things. To know that when you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're having the time of your life and you're operating in your purpose and your zone of genius, everything else falls into place. And that's exactly how we're setting up your business thanks to this training. So inside this training, we are looking into key areas of your business, 3 key areas, because number 1, we love a simple business, right? 3 areas is all that you need. And number 2, the strategies are the foundations. You need solid strategic foundations, and once you have them, you can throw out the rule book and do whatever you want. But you need to have certain strategies to know, this is how I make money, this is how I create offers, this is how I keep clients, this is how I bring in ideal clients, all of those sort of things. Once you understand that, your business, you can outgrow the strategy and you can do whatever you want, but the strategies are the foundation. Just like, it's almost like, when you think about no matter what house you want to buy, no matter what style you're into, no matter where you want to live, you need to buy the plot of land. Is that right? You need to buy the piece of land. You need to have that because you need something where you can actually put your house on top of. That's exactly the strategy inside your business, right? And so after that, you can always do more. You can set up the funnels, you can run the ads, you can post on 10 different platforms, you can have the podcast, you can do all of that. But what I want to make really clear is that it's not needed. You don't need to do them in order to see results. If you want to, perfect, but you don't need to. Because we love a simple business that brings us 100 times the results, okay? Just to make this really clear, I have been mainly posting on Instagram, selling on my stories and posting content every single day, 6 out of 7 days for the last 3 years. Yes, I like dabbled into TikTok, I dabbled in this, doing like a little bit of that, a little bit of this, but overall, Instagram, posting content, selling my offer, building my community is literally everything I've done. And look at where we are. Multi-6-figure business, having the time of my life, traveling 6 months every single year, doing whatever I want. So to make that happen, the areas we are looking into today is number 1, your product suite, number 2, your messaging and content, and lastly, your leadership, okay? Your leadership is freaking juicy and a very, very underestimated topic. So don't click away, don't listen to this on double speed, don't do all of the things. Stay focused, put your phone in do not disturb, put it to the side, relax, take everything in, get a pen, take notes, because this training is about to change your life and I'm not exaggerating. Now let's start with number 1, your product suite, okay? So let's look at a couple of examples that might be you right now and how to shift out of those and into your 6-figure business strategies and identity. So number 1, currently you're starting every month with little to no guaranteed income. This used to be me for a freaking month and even years, where I would start every single month, I wasn't making any money. I set myself a really high goal to hit like 5 or 10K months. I would drop a bunch of offers, do like a bunch of things at the same time to try and hit that goal. I would make a few sales, be incredibly discouraged, and then the month would be over and I would start again. No financial security, no guaranteed income. This is a big problem and a big gap for multiple reasons, but the biggest one is that you're starting at 0 every single month, right? You're starting at 0 every single month on repeat, and as a result, inside your brain, you don't feel like you're actually moving forward because you're constantly stuck in this same loop over and over and over again. So instead of trying to hit an income goal once and being like, yes, amazing, this month is going to be my first 10K month, although I haven't made a sale in 4 months, what you want to do is focus on building recurring revenue inside your business, okay? So specifically offers with long-term commitment instead of once-off calls, right? Having payment plan inside your offers, working on scalable offers where you can serve multiple clients at the same time. So all of those sort of things that allow you to actually bring in financial security. And so right now, if you have your like high ticket offer, for example, is one-on-one coaching, and then you have a couple of smaller offers, like intensives, like short-term containers, like all of these sort of things, or overall you're creating a lot of new offers over and over again, what happens is that very often you need to make a lot of sales, you need to land a lot of clients to hit your income goal. Or you automatically cap your income at some point because you can only take on so many one-on-one clients, right? So when you focus on going to 6 figures inside your business, what you really, really want to focus on is building recurring revenue. And what that requires you to do is stepping out of operating your business, and this is also a leadership thing, on a monthly basis and looking at the long-term vision. So that, and this is what I started doing when I really I could feel the shift inside my business. I didn't look at how much am I making this month. I didn't look at that at all. I looked at how much do I want to be making 6 months from now, or how much money do I want to bring in over the next 3 months? How can I stack my income so that I, at the end of the next 3 months, am making consistent 5K months with ease, without having to burn myself to the ground? So I gave myself 3 months to stack income into the future so that I would eventually land at 5K month. Right? So for a couple of months, I was making $1,000, $2,000, something like that. But then after that, my month were consistent 5K months. I was starting 3 to 6 months at 5K already guaranteed before the month started. And then every single sale that I made got stacked on top of that. So you're stepping out of the month to month, I need another client, I need another this, I need to make another sale. You're stepping out of that mindset and you're stepping into, how can I end this year with consistent $20,000 months? What do I need to sell over the next 3 to 6 months to make that happen? And that's huge. Because then what also happens, and this is number 2, is that you will automatically step away from focusing on low ticket sales and cash injections, because as I said, that's when you're operating your business on a month-to-month basis, right? It's I want to land one more client, I want to make one more sale, I want to hit this income goal, or I would want to do this or that. And so you're caught in that month-to-month loop. But when you step away from that and you're focusing on filling your mid and high ticket offers first, so you're filling your one-on-one coaching your one-on-one coaching spots first. When you're at capacity with one-on-one clients, you're creating a group program where you can serve however many clients you want. If you want to have a little bit more proximity to you, probably between 5 and 10. If you don't want to have any proximity to you, then there's absolutely no limit. You can have 50 people in there if you wanted to, but focusing on filling those first, and then you go into the cash injections. Then you go into the micro offers, right? So just to give you an example, I have 2 signature offers. Technically 3 signature offers. That's it. And if I ever feel like dropping an offer, I do. But 90% of the time, I'm selling my mastermind, or I'm selling my my entry-level group program, or going forward with the membership. And that's it. And sometimes if there's one-on-one spots available, I'll do that. But that is all that you need. So really focusing on building that financial security from your mid to high ticket offers first, by filling those spots first. And then what also happens is that because they're long-term, because they're long-term and more close proximity, your client retention is automatically higher, because clients will re-sign over and over when they see really good results, when they are becoming a part of your world. Versus right now, if I see this with clients all the time, if you're doing 97 calls, I am almost guessing and very certain that very often you have 1 call, but then those clients don't re-sign, because they're looking for a once-off support. Versus you signing clients into long-term containers, those clients are looking for long-term support. They will re-sign. So overall, your client retention goes up, which means the pressure of having to make sales comes down, which means your mindset is clearer and it's more at ease, which means your creativity goes up. So all of that, just from your product suite and making these changes, has a huge ripple effect on every other area of your business. And then the other thing that obviously happens with this is that when you have long-term clients, you have better social proof, because those clients are seeing better results because you're working with them for a long time. So they have bigger breakthroughs, which means your marketing becomes more powerful, your audience builds trust quicker because they see the big client results that you're bringing your clients, and they buy faster. And then the other thing that also happens when you have long-term offers and a small product suite is that you can build a reputation. Like, people now know me for the Wild Woman Mastermind. People now know me for the membership. People now know me for XYZ, because those are the only offers I ever talk about. And then after that, once that is filled, you can use your low ticket offers and your cash injection offers as a funnel into higher ticket offers. So I cannot remember the last time I ran a low ticket offer to mid ticket offer that I didn't upsell into a higher ticket program, right? So if I am doing a 2 to 4 week mini mind, that's like $100 to $300 long, expensive, like that's about between $100 and $300, or between $100 and $500. The next thing that will come from there is clients signing into other programs from that program, because it's designed as an entry, a funnel. So your low ticket offers and your cash injections don't become the foundation of your income. They become the entry point into your world, and they become a nice cash injection in a month where you feel like making a bit of extra money, but not as your main source of income. This is huge. And so once again, you can already see that this is like a bit of a theme here. When you want to build a 6-figure business, you need to play the long game. You need to create offers where clients stay in your world. You want to build the long-term financial stability, and you also need to be okay with expecting your clients to make long-term commitments to you. And I can tell you right now, and this is a conversation I have with clients all the time, not everybody is ready to make long-term commitments. So yes, it might feel like when you're changing this, sales might be slower. Your clients are like, oh no, 6 months is too long. Oh, I don't really want anything for 3 months. Like all of those sort of things. That's okay. That's fine, because it's not for everybody. What's important is that you're staying in the long-term vision, and you realize like, oh, I actually don't want to run my business on a monthly basis. I want to have financial security. So what are the actions that I can take inside my business to make that long-term financial security happen? What are the boundaries that I need to set? And one of them will be, without a doubt, keeping clients in long-term commitments when it comes to your offers. Because 3 months, especially for coaching, 3 months and even 6 months isn't that long. Like, it's not. Time flies so freaking quickly, and really you're only ever getting started. So you can have really, really long-term commitments, and it's so freaking juicy. Now, the next part of your product suite, or the next gap, might be that right now, your offers aren't necessarily scalable. So maybe you have a low ticket membership where you can technically have hundreds of clients inside, but you're not actually sure how to get these hundreds of clients, where to get them from. You feel like you have to have a lot of visibility. You feel like you need to be on TikTok, do all of these sort of things. And or the group programs, if you have any, are more like a live course where you're doing like weekly coaching or like weekly trainings and like modules and all of those sort of things. And you teach your clients how to go from A to B, right? Where you do like a live launch. We start on this day. Week 1 is this program, this training, we go through it 12 weeks. And so your clients sign up to learn something. They learn what you told them they would learn, and then they leave. So it's not necessarily something that's super scalable, because technically you can serve a lot of people, but it's not super designed for client retention. And then the other part to this is, and this is for you specifically if you're launching a lot, right? Like if you have a lot of offers that are open cart, close cart, where you're starting a program at a specific date, and it's not evergreen, and then you're running it for 12 weeks, and then you're closing the cart, and then you do another live launch, and you're launching the next program, and all of these sort of things. It's very like drains your energy quite a bit, right? And so the other part of this can also be that maybe you're constantly selling one-on-one because it's your main way of generating a higher income. Because you're like, yes, I want to make high ticket sales, so I need one-on-one clients. Now, the solutions to all of this is, number one, really cleaning up the boundaries that you have inside your group containers. So if you're listening to this and you're like, yes, my offers aren't scalable at all, like I realize that my product suite is either capped because I only work with one-on-one clients, or my group programs are like very like strategic, week 1, week 2, week 3, and it's like a live launch, open cart, closed cart, all of these sort of things. Or you have like a low ticket membership where you feel like, oh, I need to only sign 25 clients in this month, right? When if that's the case, the first thing that I would focus on is setting higher boundaries inside your group containers. So instead of only making them like, here's how to learn how to do XYZ and running them as a live course, turn them into an evergreen group program where people can come inside, they can binge the training they need to binge, but the focus is way more on being inside the community, the group part of the group program, plugging into the space, doing group coaching, and really utilizing the group aspect of your containers. Because very often people think, oh yeah, I'll turn it into a group program because it needs to be more affordable. It's like a more affordable version of my one-on-one. That's not the case at all, right? I mean, it is, but that's not the point of group coaching. The point of group coaching is every benefit that comes with being inside a group container. The accountability, the energy, like being able to stretch yourself because you see other people stretching yourself, moving out of the comfort zone, all of those sort of things. And you're not utilizing those parts of the group containers because you're structuring your group offers as a live course where you come in and you give a lecture once a week, and then there's a group chat where somebody asks a question but nobody's really engaging, right? That's not the vibe of a group program. And so just to give you the opposite of that, my mastermind is a group program with one-on-one support. It's really like close proximity, high level support, but the group chat is constantly blowing up. Everybody is constantly sharing their wisdom. My clients inside are talking to each other. I'm not inside our group chat every single day, so over the weekend I'm not in there. Every Monday when I check the group chat, they are supporting each other in there. They are asking questions, they're giving each other feedback, they're reviewing things for each other, they're doing all of these sort of things. Because when I sell the mastermind, I heavily focus on selling it as you want to be inside a community. I'm not saying here and it's a no-brainer because it's so much cheaper and you get so much close proximity to me. No. And so when it comes to selling your group containers, sell them as a group environment where they are expected, your ideal clients are expected to dive into the group aspect, where they are expected to be inside a community. And what that allows you is you get to step out of that offer a bit more. You don't need to be constantly answering questions and engaging. So you're making it way more scalable because you don't need to pour as much energy into it, right? So the group, the transformation of your offer, all of that is the value, not just the proximity to it. And so overall, and I hinted at this multiple times inside this training, when it comes to your product suite, what I would massively focus on long-term vision is creating signature, so 2 to 3 signature offers that you are very known for, that are evergreen, where you can hold technically tens and hundreds of people at the same time. And so as a result of that, you'll be able to serve more people at the same time, you'll have more income, and you'll have more white space in your calendar without completely draining your energy and burning yourself out. And so the last part of your product suite is when your main source of income is your one-on-one coaching. This is a really big gap that you can easily shift, which is the good thing. Okay, so if you do like a lot of one-on-one coaching and it's your main source of income and you're like, I only need to land 5 one-on-one clients every single month, like all of that, you will cap your income. There will come a time where your income will be completely capped because you can't take on more one-on-one clients. Because if you want to serve one-on-one clients, you need a lot of time. Right? So with my close proximity clients, my one-on-one clients, as well as the women inside my mastermind that get one-on-one access to me, we spend multiple hours every single day inside Telegram. Like I have time inside my calendar blocked off where I plug into Telegram, I review content, I answer questions, we send voice notes back and forth. It's a lot to hold energetically. So one-on-one can't be your only and specifically like main source of income because it will drain you. And so as a result, if you want to scale to 6 figures, your first step is making your one-on-one way more exclusive, limiting spots and raising your price. And then also raising the standards and boundaries for one-on-one clients so that it's not just like everybody is a perfect fit for a one-on-one client, but it's certain requirements. Whatever that is for you, it can be a certain part of their journey that they're on. It can be a certain level that they need to have achieved. I know some business coaches have like requirements for you to hit a certain income before you can work with them one-on-one. Whatever it is, doesn't matter, but really making your one-on-one a way more exclusive space and then filling your scalable offers first and selling one-on-one on the back end. So for example, I rarely sell one-on-one spots on like my stories, like publicly, because normally they fill themselves. They're at capacity, they fill themselves, or to be honest, a lot of my one-on-one clients re-sign over and over and over again, so there's not a lot of spots ever available. But you'll always find me selling the mastermind or my other group programs, because those are the scalable offers. So when it comes to your product suite, just to summarize, number 1, step into the long-term vision. Number 2, minimize your product suite and create scalable offers. And number 3, make your one-on-one way more exclusive and stop looking at it as like your main form of income. Now, the second part of this training is, I know what you're waiting for, your content and your messaging. My clients literally call me the content messaging queen. So this is going to be really, really juicy. So right now, inside your content, because I'm looking at your content, I know what your content looks like. You're providing a lot of value and you're posting a lot of things that get engagement. So likes, saves, comments, all of those sort of things, right? And so it almost seems like you're giving your audience proof. You're like, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. Like, I'm going to show you. Here's how to do X. This is how you know that you need to do Y. This is the problem with ABC, right? So it gets a lot of saves. It might get a lot of engagement, but it's not converting. The same goes for like your reels and your stories. Maybe on your stories, you post a lot of like personal stuff and it gets like super high engagement, or you post trending sounds or like trends on reels and they get a lot of engagement or views or reach, right? And that's great, but it's not converting. The same goes for if you have a lot of inspirational content, like you are meant for more, right? And then people in the comments are like agreeing and hyping each other up, but they're not buying. The same goes for like if you get like super vulnerable and you tell parts of your stories, that's great. That needs to happen, but it can't be your only way, because then in the comments, everybody's going to be like, yes, thank you for your vulnerability, but nobody's buying, right? And your content is there for your audience to buy. We're not doing sales calls or cold DMs here in my world. We post content and that content sells our offers for you. So the first thing that needs to happen is taking a step away from only providing value and like getting the engagement and actually getting your audience to feel something. So painting the picture of the transformation that you're selling, activating your audience, calling them to rise in the actions that they're taking or where they see themselves going or how they're doing things and the shifts that they could make, showing them what's possible by either sharing client results or embodying yourself, what is possible for you. So sharing your own journey, making them feel seen and heard or unstoppable or empowered by describing a specific situation that they're finding themselves in and seeing them for that situation and showing them like, hey, I know exactly where you are. This is how you'll move to the next level. So it is not just about proving to your audience, I know what I'm talking about. Here is why you need to count macros, or here's how to count your macros. Here's how to track your macros. Nobody cares. They can Google that, right? So the guideline overall for your content should be, can my audience Google that? If they can, you don't need to post it. They can chat GPT and Google and TikTok and YouTube, a lot of the things. And if they can do that, you don't need to talk about it, right? Google's been around way longer. It's quicker. All of the things. So you are not Google, you are not a search engine like platform. Your job is to show your audience why they need your offer, why they need to be inside your world, why it's the best place on earth. And that comes by painting the picture and like making your audience feel something. The second gap around your content, and this is a conversation that unfortunately we need to have because of the algorithm, is when you focus too much on visibility and growing your audience, right? So overall, when you're focusing a lot on like metrics and you're trying to check all of the boxes, and this is just something that we've been conditioned to do because we're like on a social media platform. So it feels like we need to serve the algorithm when that's not the case at all, right? So dream clients will find you when you are dialed in on your voice and what it is that makes you special and what you have to say, not by blindly following like a freaking 7-second B-roll trending sound like everybody else with some viral hook that you like put on there hoping that people will read and like convert from your like ManyChat things, right? Like it's not the vibe. It doesn't make you feel good. It's just not like, it's not juicy. And so focusing way more on what do I have to say? What do I have to share with the world? Like, how can I blow my audience's mind with this content piece instead of looking at it and being like, oh yeah, I need to like, it needs to be this hook or it needs to be that, right? It's just not the vibe. And so the second part, when we're looking into more of your messaging and not necessarily just your content, is that you're explaining processes and you're giving homework. So what I mean by this is like when you say things and you position your offer and you say things, for example, like inside my offer, you will learn how to create converting content. Or if you're ready to have a framework you can follow every day to be happier, here's my offer. Those are not things that your audience is craving, right? So you're using your framework to sell your offer instead of the actual impact of your offer. This should be red. I'm going to change this like right away because it's wrong. Oops, that was ugly. So instead of saying like my offer is the best freaking thing ever because it's going to teach you how, like you're going to wake up every single day with a fire in your soul and you're going to be so freaking happy. People are going to ask you what you're on and like what drugs you've taken because they wish they could be as happy and cheerful as you are. That's a transformation that people want. People don't want to learn the framework. People don't want to learn how to create converting content. What your audience really wants is they want to drop a content piece and have the dreamiest clients flood their DMs with like, oh my God, I need to be inside your offer. This content piece was amazing. That's what they want. So instead of looking at like explaining processes or using your framework to sell or all of those sort of things, pinpoint parts of their lives that will change. So when you are selling your offer inside your messaging, specifically on stories, look more at like the daily life that they will experience, the shifts in their daily life, the shifts in their feelings, in their relationships, in their mindset, in all of these sort of things that will change depending on your industry, obviously, because they've worked with you or because they're inside your offer. And the best process that you can follow here is walk through a day in your ideal client's life right now, what they're doing right now versus when they work with you. What are specific situations that will change for them? So for example, maybe right now you're saying like, learn the framework to be confident in no matter what situation. Maybe, right? That is like learn the framework to be confident in no matter what situation. It's very dry. It's very like, you get a framework, you'll have to follow it. Versus be front row in every group photo and pose the way that you want because you're so confident in who you are. This second one is painting a picture. It's a specific situation that will change for them based on working with you and getting their confidence up. So when you are selling your offer, focus on painting the picture and not just focusing on like, this is what you'll actually get. Like it's not about what they'll get, it's how their life will change. And when you focus on doing that, you will also see the impact that you have on your clients. And the impact is quite huge. And the second part that goes to this, and this is a huge conversation, is right now you're speaking to everybody in your audience who wants transformation X or who has problem A. Okay, so once again, this is this is when you get like a lot of DMs from clients who are like, oh, I love your offer. Can I hear more info? Oh, sorry, I can't afford that. Or you get clients inside your containers who don't show up, who don't do the work, who show up to like half of the group calls, who never engage, their camera is always off, all of those sort of things. Right? So right now you might be saying things like, if you're done struggling with this, or if you're ready to lose weight, make more money, land more clients. That's not necessarily calling in your true dream clients. You're calling in pretty much everybody who has a problem or who wants that. And if you're doing that, like if you, for example, saying, if you're ready to lose weight, you're also calling in the people who are not ready to go to the gym. You're also calling in the people who are not ready to change their diet. You're also calling in the people who like give up once they have a bad day and like say like, oh, I didn't want to lose weight that bad anyway. Okay, so instead what you want to do is call in your truest dream clients. So what are they already doing? What actions are they already taking? Who are they at their core and what is their personality? How are they leading themselves already? Why are they working towards the transformation that you provide? This is a very, very big difference. So for example, I'm just going to break this down right here. If you're ready to lose weight, right? When you shift your messaging to call in your true dream client, you will say something like, if you've been dragging yourself to the gym and you're tracking your macros for months, but you still can't lift any heavier and you're ready to dominate the free weight section, this is for you. This is very specifically speaking to an ideal client who is already taking action. She's already doing the work. And she doesn't just want to lose like 2 kilos and then be like, okay, cool, I'm done. She actually wants to lift heavier. She's committed to the journey. She wants to dominate the free weight section. She wants to be like stronger than like all of the guys around her and like be like the queen of the gym, right? This is an ideal client. This doesn't have to mean that this is your ideal client. If you're like, oh, that's not the person I want to work with. Perfect. Don't. But when you have specific messaging, what it will allow you to do is actually speak to the person that you want to have inside your programs. And when you do this, when you really speak to who they are and what they're already doing and how they're leading themselves, what happens is that you get those people into your programs. And this creates a huge snowball effect, because then those people see bigger results. Those people bring in their like the people they know, because they're so obsessed with your programs, and everything happens so much quicker. And just to give you a really like clear example, me and my one of my mastermind clients have been working on this for like weeks and months, because she went through a phase where she brought in long-term clients who are super unaligned, and as a result of them like not being unaligned, she's taking they're not taking the action, they're not doing the homework, she's running challenges that nobody's participating, and it's draining her energy, because she's constantly thinking like, why are they not engaging, why are they not, what do I need to do, what do I need to change? Right? So when you have unaligned clients in your containers, or simply not like 100% ideal clients, what happens is that it will drain energy. It will create a lot of like holes and leaks, versus when you allow yourself to call in your true dream client right from the start, those people will be inside your programs, and everybody who doesn't relate to that won't come inside. And that's good, because it raises the standards and the boundaries inside your containers. And so if you remember the beginning of this training, I taught you through what I think who you are, right? Where it's like I said, you don't just want to hit like 6 figures and then lean back and say, oh, I made it, now I can retire. I walked you through all of this, everything that you want. I walked you through the fact that you're going to show up because you're committed to the work that you do. That's ideal client messaging. Because if that's not you, and you're like, no, I literally just want to make 6 figures because I have a big bill, I just want to get it done as quickly as I can, like stop talking to me, you would have not finished this training. You would have not gotten 37 minutes into this training. So allow yourself to really call in your truest dream clients. And then the last part of your messaging before we go into leadership, which is so freaking juicy, is if you're only creating urgency with external factors. So for example, there's only X spots available, or the early bird discount ends tomorrow, or like all of those sort of things. So it's like an external thing and you're using it to create that urgency. What happens is that, I can guarantee you this, you will start worrying that people won't buy if there's no close proximity to you, or if the discount ends. And as a result of that, you lose momentum, you lose confidence in the offer, you bring back the early bird discount, you bring back the like, okay, there's actually 1 more spot available, I'm opening up 1 more spot, and you're just giving away a lot of your power. So instead, you get to create real urgency by showing your audience why this is the space for them, why your offer is so powerful. And really ask yourself, why do they need to get inside my offers? What is it that makes this space such a no-brainer? And normally this is when you show them what's possible for them. When you really paint a picture of like, look, this is what could be your life. Just like I'm doing with this training. It's like I went from a $27 month to a $20,000 month within the span of a year. Like just imagine what's possible for you. And then also looking at, why is this a no-brainer investment for your ideal client? So really looking at what could be the potential objections that are coming up for my audience. And how can I show them that those objections are not needed? And embodying the leader that you are by showing your own moves, by saying like, yes, I invested when I was scared. I invested when I wasn't making enough money to pay that investment. Look where I am now. Or I showed up to the gym today even though I didn't feel like going, and that's exactly why I have a 6-pack and I do like 10 pull-ups, or whatever it is that you do. So this is the part of content, the content pieces that you drop, and messaging when you're selling your offers, specifically on Instagram stories, but really wherever you sell your offers. It can be on your landing pages, inside your emails, inside like TikToks, literally everywhere where you talk about your offer. These shifts will change your entire business. And then the last part to this is your leadership. Okay, so currently you are revamping offers and landing pages as soon as sales are slow. I know this because I have been there, right? So right now you've revamped your membership or your group program 10 times because you feel like it needed better deliverables, or it just needed a better landing page, or it just needed a better this or a better that, or whatever it is. You're like constantly overthinking what needs to change for people to run to your offers, and your landing pages are like getting clicks, but maybe it's not converting, so you're adding more text, you're adding more bonuses, you're doing this, you're doing that. This is a leadership problem, not a strategy problem. And the first thing to solving this is getting yourself sold on the offer. Really understanding that this is the space for your dream client and you to be inside, to completely blow it up, to just have the time of your life, and really understanding, why is this not filled up as I want it to be? What is stopping my ideal client from buying, from being inside the space? With a very neutral approach, not by judging yourself like, oh my God, I know I'm not good enough to hold this space. I know I'm not meant to do this. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I need to stop my business. Maybe I need to do that. No, none of that. Absolutely none of that. Just asking yourself, this is a container. I created it with the most like attention to detail, the most powerful way for them to learn. It's super juicy. I have client results, or I'm currently creating client results. Why are not more people inside? What can I change? No judgment, very neutral approach. And then being able to take responsibility for that, for the reason that there are not more people inside, or sales aren't happening as quickly as you thought they would. So asking yourself, have I sold this offer as many times as I would like to sell it? Have I sold it as like this beautiful magical space that it is? Have I been selling it consistently? Have I showed my audience through all of the different lenses why they need to be inside? Have I called in my truest ideal client? Have I like giving them all the information? Have I been holding back? Literally like a little checklist around like, how can I turn up the dial and actually get more people inside? And the most important part of this to remember is that it's not coming from a place of, I have to do more, but from a place of, let me see just how big I can go because my offer is worth it. And this is where you need to like really step into your offer creation process, because I know that every single one of my offers, I can sell them for months without anybody buying because I'm so sold on them. I don't care. The first time I launched the Mastermind, I was a little bit wobbly on the messaging. I know exactly what happened, but the first time I launched it, there was 2 people inside. I sold it for months before like 3 or 4 more people joined, and they all joined within like 3 or 4 weeks. And I got even more inquiries. But I was selling that offer for months. The first time I ever launched a group program, I sold it for 2 months before the first person joined. Why? Because I was showing up every single day. I was learning how to sell it. And the reason I could sell it every single day is because I was like, this is the best freaking thing ever. Like, this is so juicy. This is a no-brainer investment for so many reasons. The value is insane. People need to be inside. So of course I'm going to keep talking about it. And that brings us to the next part, which is like jumping from offer to offer. And you owe it to your offers to be so sold on them that you can sell them for a long period of time, right? So very often it's like, oh, nobody's buying, so I better sell something else. I need the money, so I'm going to sell something else. Once again, just like in your product suite, stop operating on a monthly basis and instead dive into the long-term plan for your business and realize that your signature offers are key parts of your business, of your product suite, of your bank account, of how you serve your clients. And so you will decide to sell them consistently, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what is going on, no matter who's buying, no matter who's not buying, no matter what the link clicks are. You believe in the offer, you believe in the long-term role of this offer for your business, so you're going to sell it, right? Because once again, you need to have that long-term plan for your business in mind, and always prioritize that over short-term results and like quick ego wins, like, okay, somebody bought my intensive, amazing. Another part that comes up with clients all the time is thinking, I'm just another ex-coach, or I'm just another business owner. Because that mindset is what keeps you floating around in your industry instead of leading an entirely new one. So when you can shift your mindset and it's not like, oh, I'm a fitness coach, or I'm a health coach, I'm a business coach. No, I'm not. I am leading my own community. I am leading this movement. I am meant to change the world. I have a gift that nobody else has, and it's being me. There's literally nobody like me. I am the only person that can get my ideal clients the results that they are craving. I am changing their lives over and over and over again. I am literally changing the way that they do XYZ. And that's impacting their lives, their relationships, their business, their bank account, all of those sort of things. When you step into that mentality and that mindset, you show up with the confidence that you need to move your business forward. Because to be very, very honest with you, and this might sound like tough love because it is, but building a six-figure business requires you to be the six-figure version of yourself. It requires you to have unwavering self-trust and confidence in yourself and in the action that you're taking. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't get to feel wobbly, right? I feel wobbly all the freaking time. Half the time, I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just rolling with it, and that's totally fine. That's exactly how you make moves. That's exactly how you learn. That's perfect. But no matter how wobbly I am, my mindset and my mentality is I'm meant to do this. There's literally nobody like me. I am showing up with this energy because I need to. Because people need to know how good it is to be inside my world. So scaling to six figures requires you to be sold on yourself. And when you are sold on yourself, what will also happen is that you will stop outsourcing your power. You will stop feeling like you have to follow all the rules. You're feeling like you need this strategy and that strategy, and you need that, and you need to please the algorithm, and you need to do this, and you need this mentor and all of that, because you realize I am the most powerful thing that could ever happen to the world. It's not the strategy that will get me there. It's simply who I am. And as a result of that, you will notice that you will follow less and less rules. So just to give you an example, my reels, 90% of the time, aren't trending sounds. They're long, they're not 7-second B-rolls, and I'm not saying my reels perform very well, because they don't, but they convert, right? Like, my views are low, my conversion is really high. My story views are incredibly low for somebody with my audience. My conversion is really high. Why? I don't use like sticker boxes or like polls or slidey things to get my engagement up. I simply do whatever I want on stories. I don't follow any rules, because I know that's not what brings me result. What brings me result is the fact that I'm really anchored into who I am and how powerful I am and what I bring to the table. And so the clearer that you can see your vision, the more you know your ideal client, the more that you know, like, this is where I want to go, this is what I'm meant to do, the wilder you can get with what you're doing. Like, you can literally have the time of your life. If you ever watch any of my stories, 6 out of 7 days I'm on there like shaking my booty and like dancing and lip syncing. There's no rule for that. It doesn't make any sense. I'm a business coach. I should be professional. We should be talking about business. Yet you see me in my pajamas with no makeup at 7 a.m. like going like this with like my little duck face, because I'm a millennial. There's no rules, because my dancing is what brings me joy, what makes me incredibly happy. That's what makes me money. And the same goes for you. And so realizing that everything that you are doing is a big freaking deal. You get to do literally whatever you want. There's not a lot of rules that you need to follow. You get to do whatever you want, whether that is like spontaneous community parties. We did that earlier this year. It was so much fun, running offers that you've never done before. I literally dropped a retreat. I announced a retreat in June, and less than 4 months later, we were sold out in Mexico, having the time of our lives. I dropped multiple offers this year that were like very out of my comfort zone. Posted content pieces that were super vulnerable, having the time of my life with no matter what, because your audience is craving to see that. No matter what you are, you can be the most introverted person. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be loud and like, woo, let's go. But whatever it is that makes you feel so anchored into your power, and you get to allow yourself to show up in that powerful way, the more your audience becomes obsessed with you. And the more that you give yourself freedom to do that, the bigger your business will be. Because there's literally no limit on what you're creating, how you're creating it, how you're showing up, all of those sort of things. And this, honestly, part 3 of this training is what it's really all about. The strategies, you can watch a training, like this, you can nail them in a day. The leadership and how you're showing up for yourself, unmatched. Now, To summarize this training and how to use this, don't end it just yet, because I'm going to give you like the juiciness of how you actually can implement this. Because making your business 10 times bigger than it is right now, hitting 6 figures, going beyond 6 figures, filling your programs with the dreamiest clients, all of that, it doesn't come from better strategies. Everything that we cover today is a strategic, like foundational refinement. Like I said at the beginning, you have your house, you have your piece of land. It's literally the little shifts. But if you want to go beyond that, you need to go into leadership. You're going to build your 6-figure and beyond business by unlocking the most powerful parts of yourself, by getting freaking loud, by being 100% yourself and being the freaking wild woman. Because wild women post content that the audience has never seen before. Like, who is bored with seeing the same content all the freaking time? Literally yesterday I was scrolling and I saw 4 posts from individual business coaches saying this is how you're going to make 2025 your best year yet. That's so boring, right? So you don't want to post content like that. You want to post content that sets your soul on fire, where you're like rereading your post and you're like, holy shit, I can't believe I said that. That's freaking amazing. Like, oh my God. And your DMs are flooded with people saying like, thank you so much for sharing this. This was absolutely amazing. This literally changed my life. Thank you. You want to throw out the rule book on what everybody tells you to do, and you just want to do your own thing and feel freaking powerful. Wild women put on their blinders and stay in their lane, no matter what. Wild women know that their business is more than just X dollar amount that they make this month or next month. And when you lead with this mentality, everything that we talked about in the leadership and then everything I just ran you through, when you lead with that, your offers, your messaging, your content, and your business will start playing in an entirely new league of their own. Not because you have the best strategies, but because you're finally allowing yourself to be the person, the woman, and the business owner that you've always meant to be. And as a byproduct of that, the money, the sales, the clients, all of that will explode. And so you've watched this training all the way to the end. You're like, oh my God, I'm so freaking ready. Let's go. 2025, this is going to be my year. My heart and my soul are on fire. I'm jumping into action. I'm revamping my product suite. I'm dropping the most juicy content piece right now. Like, watch me freaking move. If that's your vibe right now, then you get to turn up the dial on your business even more. You get to turn up the dial on your purpose, your impact, your vision, yourself, all the freaking way, and join the Wild Woman Mastermind. I've mentioned it so many times today, and now you're officially invited to join us. These are only some of the wins that my clients inside have experienced over the last couple of months. It's literally my favorite freaking offer in the entire world, really. I think Wild Women is a 6 months one-on-one and group coaching container, and it is for you if you know that you're ready to make 2025 your first 6-figure year. Because right now you have a few clients in your world. You've worked with clients before. There's a few clients inside maybe your group containers, maybe your one-on-one. You feel like you have a little bit of a community. When you drop masterclasses or free events or things like that, you get like 5 to 10 people who show up, and a lot of times it's like the same people, and you feel like, like, hello, where's the rest of my audience? You have offers, you feel like you know the foundations, you feel like you know how to create the content, to sell your offer, all of the things, but now you're ready to 10x your impact, your income, and your freedom. You're ready to drop offers and immediately have dream clients like lining up to be inside no matter what the price is. You see yourself running like international retreats or in-person events or speaking on stages or just overall moving out of your comfort zone, starting the podcast, doing the things, having the impact. You see yourself running those like super intense group containers where you see like everybody, like all the other big coaches in your industry, their clients are like tagging them on their stories and like taking photos of their calls and doing all of the things, and you're like, that's what I want. That's kind of the engagement, the community, the vibe, the energy that I want to have with my own clients. You want to have financial security and thousands of dollars in recurring revenue for months and months in advance. It is currently December. I have income guaranteed until August 2025. So for the next 9 months, and it's been like that for quite a while. You want to have sold out launches where people are just like eating up your offers and you're not selling it for weeks and months wondering, what am I doing wrong? You want to have like every single month be like your best month yet. You want to have that feeling of people like dropping a masterclass and dream clients running to it and leading calls with tens and tens of women inside. Like that is the vibe, the energy that you are craving for your business. And 2025 is the year where you want to finally make it happen. And that's exactly what we do inside Wild Women. Wild Women is a 6 months one-on-one and group high and super close proximity container with a mentor that's been there, done that. No matter what you want to do inside your business, I can promise you I've been there, I've done that. You want to host retreats? Amazing. I just got back from my sold out one in Mexico. I have 10 women on the wait list for my next one in Europe next year, which is going to be so freaking amazing. We're going to Portugal. If you want to know how to build a 100K coaching business per year thingy, been there, done that, done it twice with like the most ease. If you want to build like a business that supports your dream life, amazing. I've been traveling full time for 6 months. Every single year since starting my business. If you want somebody who has been through it and you want to feel seen and held and understood, I can promise you that I have been crying on the floor, not knowing what to do next, having boundaries, standards, actions, strategies myself tested to the max, and being inside close proximity with me, spending time together inside Telegram every single day, in weekly calls, doing all of the things will transform your life. Because right now, you're not with somebody who's been there, done that. You're figuring it out yourself, or you're inside containers where you're not getting enough close proximity to people who have actually been there and done that. And this container is completely different. And so inside Wild Women, you get, as I said, daily one-on-one access to me in Telegram. You get feedback on all of your content stories, landing pages, whatever it is that you want, emails you get feedback on. We set up funnels. We literally do all of the things because I've been there, done that. You also get a monthly one-on-one call with me where we do a deep dive into your business. You get access to all of my micro programs. Like my membership, like 6-figure content, which is already worth hundreds of dollars by itself. You get access to the entire Wild Women training portal and everything, every other offer that I'm launching inside our 6 month together. The overall monthly value of this program is over $5,000. The whole value of this is over $25,000, and you pay a fraction of that. Now, because you made it to the end of this training and I know you're so freaking ready to go, when you join in the next 72 hours, you get a $600 discount, which means that the monthly value of $5,000 for this program, instead of paying $5,000, you're actually paying less than $500 per month, which is absolutely amazing. But you do have to join in the next 72 hours. So if you have any questions about the program, please feel free to slide into my DMs. If you're ready to sign up, the link is right below on the landing page and also in the notes of this the YouTube video. You can buy straight from there. If you have any questions, slide into my DMs. If you need more social proof, I'm going to send you the landing page. My clients have been blowing up since the day that they joined, literally joining the mastermind, and within 4 weeks having their highest cash month, selling out offers, speaking on stages, doing all the things. It's the best freaking program on the internet. So join within the next 72 hours. I can't wait to see you inside. There's only a few spots left for close proximity with me. So move quickly, sign up now, run to the link, and I can't wait to see you inside and make 2025 your first 6-figure year and beyond that. Let's freaking fly.